Hello, hello, hi, gigpreneur. What is going on? Welcome. Happy Monday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. I am Sean Zimi, and I help folks with a job to start a side gig online, use social media to grow it. If that is you, drop the word me in the comments, and I got you. Mari, what's good? What's happening? Welcome. We are live on all channels: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, later X, Threads, LinkedIn. If you are not following me, come on, let's go already. Follow me, I'll follow back. Follow me on all platforms if you have them. And I go with Side Gig Sean. What's up? So I was listening to some random stuff tonight, and I came across this thing by um, this monk Shaolin. I think you may have heard of him. He's very popular. He's got some really interesting stuff, and I do appreciate him. He was saying that sometimes we get caught up in the gurus and the trainers and the coaches and the mentors, and we feel like they are a master to us, and we start to serve them in a way and grow them in a way. So I I kind of can relate to that at some level as well. There have been times where I felt like, oh, I'm really attached to this one coach or person, and sometimes I reevaluate, see where I am, if I'm in the right place or not. However, the distinguishing part, and I love what he was saying. He said, sometimes, yes, we serve these icons and masters, if you will, but we forget that there is a bigger master to be served. Now, right off the bat, I like to go to the Lord and say, that's the master to serve. And I get that. And yes, that is. Here, though, what he was saying is the bigger master is inside you, is the master you develop. What I like to take away with that lesson is that, sometimes we are just all ears and no implementation. We listen, and we just like, oh, this person's just amazing. Oh my goodness. The content that they share is just right. And then we don't ever take those contents and implement them into our own life and grow this master. I think that's a very powerful thought. See, we have been created to grow. We have been created to develop. I posted a post today. I actually learned this from Graham Cook that, let me look at my notes, that I love what he said. He said, God allows in his wisdom what he could easily prevent by his power. I just love that, right? So we go through these trials, we go through these things, coachings and trainings, not only to collect them and put them on the shelf, but to actually implement them into our own lives and use them. It's just like a physical product. You buy weight loss and you put it on the shelf. Well, the shelf didn't want to lose any weight. You did. Taking all this information and not growing that master within, not implementing not changing as a person. What good is it if you're taking all these content? If you're, for example, reading the Bible every day, right? And you're not growing, you're not learning anything, you're not remembering anything, you don't use it as a way of life, what good does it do? It's the same thing with a car. Maybe you have a Lamborghini in the parking, right? And you don't ever drive it because you're afraid that, well, it may get a scratch, or the gas is too expensive. Although if you're driving a Lambo, you should not be complaining about the gas prices, right? So if you have all these materials, if you have access to all this content and you actually consume them, but you don't let them grow you as a person, you don't let them change you, remold you, upgrade you, uplift your style, then you're really not using it to your advantage. And it's just like you are worshiping a master, right? And not a very good way to live. There's only one to worship, and that's the good Lord, and that's about it. That's a wrap. So with that, hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value. I appreciate you. It's important not to be an information hoarder. It's important not to collect information, just put them on top of each other and build a wall. It's important to take those in and just use them until they're exhausted, until they show their age, because you've used them over and over and over again. With that, if you feel like this is worthy of sharing, somebody who's got to hear this, tag them to it or share it with them. And yeah, don't be stingy with my lives. Let's go. And with that, I am Sean Zini, and I help folks with a job or without a job to start a side gig online. Use social media to grow it. Like I say every night. What else? Where else would you start a side gig? The side street? What else would you use to grow it? So, if you're serious or curious, drop the word me in the comments. I got you. I'll get back with you after this live. With that, I am signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much love.